just get in our experts. Bhavesh Gandhi of IFL now joins us on the phone line from Mumbai. Bhavesh, as of now, very few details, but margins at 32.9%. Profits have come in at 961 crore, while revenues are at 22,219 crore. Your initial thoughts on these numbers?
Numbers are broadly in line with our estimate, and we had expected EBITDA margin of about 33%. And I think on the face of it, those margins also seem to rally with our numbers. On the prima facie PAT numbers, about 960 odd crores. We had expected about 1,030 odd crores of profit for the quarter. So it looks about 60-70 crores below our numbers, but we need to look at details before we can comment on it.
Okay, stay on. Naveen Kulkarni as well is joining into this discussion. Hi Naveen, as of now, these are the only figures that we have. Your initial thoughts on Bharti?
Yeah, the numbers seem to be good. I guess the important number to watch out will be the minutes growth, because Idea had added around 12.5 billion minutes on a sequential basis. One is the number of minutes that Bharti has added.
Okay, Naveen, let me give you that detail. The India wireless volume growth has come in at 4%, so it's still a far cry away from the 8.6% that Idea had delivered.
Then absolute, I guess, the number of minutes that they would have added would be closer to 10 billion. So that's a good number. Because generally the street estimates were in the range of around 7.5–8 billion minutes. So the addition of 10 billion minutes is reasonably good. Any details on the voice RPM?
Just trying to open that. The voice RPM is at 37.07, which compares with 37.17.
Okay,
so
it's
marginally lower, but largely you would say on the flatter side.
Yeah, Idea reported around 3% kind of a decline in voice RPM. So considering that, these are good numbers. So important number, I think, is the India EBITDA number and the India EBITDA margin. I think the number that you quoted, 7,300 crores for consolidated EBITDA, that looks good. That's higher than our estimate by closer to around 100 crores. So we were estimating around 7,200 crores, split between India and Africa for around 5,400 and around 1,700 odd, so 1,750 odd. So the EBITDA number is higher by around 100 crores. So overall, I would say the margins look quite attractive, both on a consolidated basis as well as what India could be reporting, I feel. Also, Africa numbers will be important. Do you have the dollar revenue growth?
No, not yet. Just trying to get hold of that. But let me just stay on, Naveen. Let me get Bhavesh's comments on this. Bhavesh, the volume growth has come in at 4%, while the voice RPM is at 37.07, largely on the flatter side. How would this compare with that of Idea? And personally, your thoughts on this?
I think one cannot probably compare with Idea. Idea has always been reporting larger volume growth as compared to Bharti. And we are expecting about 4 to 5% growth, volume growth for both Bharti as well as Idea. Idea has surprised on the upside, but I think Bharti volume numbers are probably in line with our estimate.
Okay. And on the India wireless revenues, it's come in at 12,083 crore, Bhavesh.
I think the wireless revenue number also seems to be largely along our expected lines.
Okay. Okay. So how do you expect the stock to react, Bhavesh, tomorrow?
I think one needs to look at the details, what has affected the profit. I think if there are any exceptionals, I think one was remember that last quarter had the Bharti numbers usually have a forex component, but since rupee has seen a small sort of appreciation, one needs to look at details. I think stock would broadly move sideways. I think it might react to near-term earnings, but over longer term, 1 year horizon, we would prefer Bharti.
Okay, some more details. In Africa, the dollar revenue has come in at $1,145 million, which compares with $1165 million on a quarter-on-quarter basis. So there has been a decline, and the margins for Africa have come in at 25.3. Bhavesh?
I think revenue numbers, dollar revenue numbers are below our estimate, though the weaker numbers could be attributed to this being a seasonally off quarter, sort of a thing for the Africa business. So we won't be too much concerned about that. We would more focus on what is the management commentary on India volume growth and pricing and those sort of trends.
Okay. Naveen, your thoughts on Africa? Its revenues have come down by about $20 million, though margins are largely in line with.
One more reason for that. Actually, in Africa, the African currencies have actually depreciated against the dollar by just, I guess, would be around 2% for the quarter. So that would have impacted. We were estimating around $1,153 million. So it's down by around $8 million against our expectations. And this was also a seasonally weaker quarter. Important number will be the constant currency growth in Africa. So that, I think, could give out some more details on the operational performance. Also, there was a ban on SIM card sales in Nigeria for the month of March. So that could have also had some minor impact on revenues. So these could be the reasons why it is a little slower. Not very disappointed by that, I would say.
You know, there appears to be an exceptional loss of 233 crore. Any idea what that could be?
It's difficult to gauge.
Okay, Naveen, and how do you expect the stock to open up tomorrow?
The stock might have a minor positive upside. So, see, market was expecting after the idea results, the market was expecting reasonably good numbers for Bharti also. The positive factor is the margins, so that is one positive. But again, longer term trends for the sector are more to do with the capex and competitive scenario which could change.
Okay. Thanks, Naveen, for joining us. Bhavesh, do we still have you? Okay, Bhavesh, one question. There is an exceptional item this time around. It's an exceptional loss of 233 crore. That is an account of 156 crore is an account of integration cost due to business combination. There is also partly a tax expense, and we had seen a similar exceptional item even in the previous quarter. Then would a margin surprise plus 961 crore and you've got an exceptional item added to it, then would it positively surprise you, the margins as well as the bottom line?
I think margins haven't surprised us. We expected about 33% EBITDA margin. So margins are broadly in our estimate. Yeah.
Okay, and what did you make of the bottom line, 961 crore? And would you add that exceptional with it, or you were expecting some exceptional and therefore 961 is also in line?
No, 960, the headline number is below our estimate, but then as I said, we need to look at details of the exceptional items before commenting on comparing with our estimated data.
See, I'll read out the line-by-line item which constitutes the exceptional item. 156.9 crore is an account of integration costs due to business combination. There is a tax expense of 25.6, which is on account of settlement of various disputes, and there is also partly a tax benefit on account of reversal of exceptional charge recorded in the previous quarter, and plus there is a charge of 50 crore, which is the share of minority interests. So this is what the breakup of exceptional appears to be.
Again, we need to get details of what business combination integration, of which about 150 odd crores is the figure being mentioned. So we need to get details which might be there in the press release or from the management commentary.
Okay, fine. We'll leave it at that. Thanks so much for joining us, Bhavesh. Well, that's the word on Bharti Airtel. Well,